Hi, welcome to Free Spirit and welcome to the overall weekly spirit reading for the last week of September. I believe it's the 20th to the 27th. Anyway, I'm doing this early. This is going to be for the whole last week of September as we go into October. There were a lot of messages coming through. A lot is about cultivating more peace as you work. It's very fitting as I'm setting up the cards that it is 7 o'clock in the morning. I thought I could beat the construction that's going on around my house. And even 7 o'clock in the morning, they're rearing and going and drilling. And it's kind of synonymous, if that's the word, with the actual message because we can't quiet down the world. You know, it's noisy, it's so much going on, but yet we have to be focused on what we're doing in the physical. And even though I shut every window in the house, I could still hear it, but it's very in line with the message. It's that as crazy and loud and everything that the world is right now, it's cultivate peace as you work as much as you can. They also said out of the maze. So there's going to be a feeling that things are getting clearer, simpler is going to be the way to go. Like keep it simple and also out of the maze. So it might have felt like we didn't know what we were where we were going, upside down, but all of a sudden it feels like we understand where we're headed. And they said in October it's going to be major headway. So the end of September, you could feel like you're suddenly getting clearer. You're like out of this maze or out of this fog where things are simple. There's a lot of work to be done, but cultivate peace as you work, as you go, as much as you can. And just keep working and cultivating peace. And it feels like we're out of the maze and things are getting clearer. They said in October there's going to be major headway. So we could be at the beginnings of that with this clarity or understanding what we're doing, how we're doing it. And then October, it's going to be more in motion. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. So let's get into it. But I love this cultivating peace has really been coming up a lot. I mean, I just posted a message about the call for peace, deep release. I did that whole how to release stress reading. The messages were so amazing. There's a lot about exhaling. We've been through a lot, but now it's simplifying out of the maze, getting clarity, keeping it simple. Keep cultivating more peace as you work. You're going to be surprised by how much you get done. October, you could really see things starting to really take off. It's almost like we got into a new rhythm. September was kind of like a landmine. What is that? Yeah, like a landmine or a maze, like we were still trying to navigate. But October, we're going to have figured things out. Yeah, so that's what they're saying. So it's going to be clearer, simpler, steady movement and is the way to go, and cultivate more peace as you work. So whatever that does. So it's like balance. Making sure you're taking real divine self-care of yourself all along the way has been a repeating message. Also, being really compassionate with yourself has been a really recurring thing too, because only you can really answer the call of what you need in the moment. So if you feel you need to rejuve, you need a break, you need, anything that provides more balance for you has really been shown too. So yeah, to really be compassionate on your own side with whatever you need also. But let's get into the messages. We're going to tap into the Archangel Messages for the last week of September. We're going to tap into the energy of the last week. We're going to tap into Goddess Guidance. We're going to tap into what to surrender. We're going to tap into messages from heaven. And we're going to end it with Guardian Angel Messages. So let's get right into it. But I love this. Cultivate more peace as you work. Oh, finally, they're stopped the drilling. There's nothing like drilling at 7 o'clock in the morning. Oh, gosh. It's unbelievable. So let's tap into the Archangels. Hopefully you won't be hearing it as loudly as I do. The Archangel Messages. But everybody's at work, right? So it's kind of tolerance also. Tolerance of other people. They're just doing their job and their work, right? I'm sure they're not happy to be doing this at 7 o'clock in the morning either. So everybody is doing their work. Cultivate more peace as you do your work. Stay balanced. Stay on your own side. There's a lot about, release stress along the way. When given a choice, just choose to be not that stressed. Okay, so let's get the Archangel Messages. We're definitely making our way, though. Things are going to start to get more clear. making more headway going forward. You're going to see that. It feels like September we were still trying to figure out how to make it work the best way possible. Let's see. And we're going to be hard at work, just like they are. Okay, let's get the Archangel messages for the last week of September. And the messages, the Archangel messages for all of us, for our body, mind, spirit, for the journey. What are the Archangel messages for the last week of September? What do the Archangels want us to know? What is our journey going to be like for the last week of September? It's going to be very specific. They made me go through the whole deck. So we are getting 2 of Ariel. We are balancing things out. We are juggling things. We are multitasking. We could feel like, again, we're really, like everything I was saying, it's important to have balance. So they were like, cultivate more peace while you work. That's a sense of balance. You also could be working multiple jobs or projects at once, making work fun. This is the complete juggling and balance card. So everything I was mentioning in the beginning, the spirit messages that they were making me say, it's like cultivate peace as you work. Have more talents for other people as you work. We're going to be multitasking, multiple jobs, multiple projects, balance work and fun, everything about balance. And it's important to have balance. Everything that I was saying, be on your own side if you need a moment, if you need to actually balance, be on your own side with compassion, because you're probably juggling a lot of things at once. There's so much going on. We talk about multitasking. It was so funny. They were saying we are multitasking, but not only are we multitasking, but while we're multitasking, our mind and hearts are somewhere else as well. It's like we've went up a notch on all the levels of multitasking that we're doing. So the importance of balance is so important right now. And plus the world feels out of balance. So we have to incorporate even more balance to ourselves. So anything that brings you more balance, more peace. Oh my God, I noticed for the first time, this is a yin yang symbol. Do you see that? Clearly balanced. I never noticed. They were like, zoom in here and it's a yin and yang. So hold that in your mind and heart. There's a lot coming up about balance and peace. Cultivate peace as you work. Clearly. Yeah, I mean, I've never seen that. I've had this deck for years and I never realized that's a yin yang. So it is so important to have balance in the last week of September. However, you're balancing things out. So if you're multitasking, keep it simple, right? Simplify. Just what they said. If you are feeling overwhelmed, overburdened, whatever, give yourself a moment to balance. When you're multitasking, make sure that you're just balancing, work and fun, peace and work, all the ways that you're being on your own side to have balance, incorporate more balance is going to be really key, because that's a recurring message that they've been going on and on and on and on and on. It's really important to have balance. They're saying you're working with multiple jobs, projects at once, making work fun. So you're going to be, juggling, multitasking, but have the balance. Now we are moving, just like what they said, like we're out of that maze and things could be getting clearer. This is the Knight of Michael, which usually brings clarity and sudden movement. So they're saying it is time to move quickly, choose logic over emotion. There's sudden changes. So there could be things that you're suddenly moving on, jumping into action on. It could be personal, it could be work-wise, but it's going to only cause you, you're going to have to keep that balance in mind. It's just going to be like another thing to balance. It's another thing that's going to be falling in line with multiple projects, multiple things to do. So there's something else you're also going to be moving on in the last week of September. So it is time to move quickly. You're going to be choosing logic. There's sudden changes. You're going to be really moving forward on something, jumping into action. So it could be something else, like what they say over here. It's multiple jobs, multiple projects. So something else could be coming in that you're moving on. It could be another job. It could be a project that you're going to be moving on at the end of September. And I have a feeling this is going to be part of the headway in October that you're going to be moving on. And just another reason why you're going to have to really understand how to, not understand, but cultivate more balance. Because if you're working multiple things, multiple projects, how do you balance that out where you're at balance? Everything has to be in balance. Work and play, balance all your peace with work. Like they said, cultivate peace while you work. And we have the King of Michael. Wow, 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 wow. So you are really getting, when they said you're out of the maze and getting clear, the Knight of Michael and King of Michael, I always think of clarity, truth and clarity. Look at the illumination around his head. So this is really knowing exactly what to do, and you're right on path and in your strength and in your clarity. So this is wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stay in your integrity. A situation calls for honest, open communication. But this is King of Michael. We have two King of Michael. So this is being very ambitious. They're calling the adjectives. They're calling me to hear principled. You know what you stand for. But you're also right in path here. And you're really using your clarity, your knowledge, your wisdom. You're staying aligned to yourself has been a recurring message. Aligned to yourself and aligned to your path. And it also could be what you're bringing to bloom and blossom things in the physical. So whatever you're moving on, you're really you getting to work. You're being really wise about it. You're being very clear about it, because my words are wise and clear, but up here it's principled, rational, ambitious, respected. It's like you're standing in your truth, your integrity. It's aligned to you. You're going forward on things, but it's really aligned to you. And that has been a recurring message. Like, is it aligned to you? So you're really moving forward on things. This could be business projects. We started with business projects, multiple jobs. You know, there are things that you're moving on that you're really bringing all you are. So this is a very powerful card. It's going to be aligned with you, aligned with your integrity. It's you're going to be very intelligent about it, very rational about it, very clear about it. That's what they're advising to be. So you're going to be working really hard, very wisely, I want to say. You're very wise, very intelligently is what I want to say. Very intelligently. This is also a very, like, driven, principled and driven, I feel. So this could be definitely at work, where you're, or work or projects that you're moving on with clarity. So that's what they were saying. So there's a lot to juggle here. So just stay very clear about what you, clear and focused moving forward on the things that are coming in here. So let's see what else we can get here. But it looks like there's a lot to balance out. Stay in your integrity. You're right on path also. They keep on saying, that's a repeating message that's come in other readings. You're right on path. This flipped over in my hands. It's the Five of Raphael. So interestingly, Five of Raphael, this is about our hearts. You know, some things, everything happens for a reason. Release regret. This has been what they said with the exhale of peace. They said call for peace, deep release. And it says release regret, embrace the opportunities for happiness, search for the silver lining. So there could have been, we're moving on from past disappointments in our heart. You know, things have not been easy. That's part of what we're juggling on our inside and our hearts. When they said cultivate more peace as you work deep in our hearts, there's been some disappointments. You know, we're coming to grips that everything happens for a reason. We're trying to embrace the opportunities for happiness. We're trying to move forward, and we are. We're the Knight of Michael. Like, so we're coming into our power of objectivity, our wiseness, our wisdom, our knowing that we have to get past these feelings of regret. We have to embrace the opportunities for happiness, and we are. We're moving forward on those things that are going to bring that new happiness in. But we have had losses, disappointments. So our heart is pretty much, we're trying to move past that, and we are, but that's also part of the balance. I don't want to cover this up. It's part of the balancing that we're doing inside and out. Like outside, we have projects, we have things that we're doing, but on the inside, we're even balancing our emotions, cultivating more peace, going forward after loss, disappointment, trying to bring in something better that's aligned to us, that we know we need to. We have clarity on that. We're moving forward. We have to go for new opportunities for happiness. And here they come. Ten of Ariel. I mean, do you believe that? So we're moving on from past disappointments. We're going forward, embrace the opportunities for happiness, and this is the overall happiness. Ten of Ariel is the Ten of Pentacles. That's that overall happiness with all the pentacles coming down. There's so very much to be grateful for. Financial success, the promise of retirement, a rich and rewarding family life. So they're saying it's coming in. We're getting past the losses, the disappointments. We're going forward for everything, the balance that we're doing. What we're moving on clearly is to bring in the happiness after the disappointment. the abundance after losses. So we're clearly getting a move on. So there's something like I said, we're out of the maze, we're out of whatever, we're clearly jumping forward and moving forward very logically, very knowingly, to bring in more happiness after these losses and disappointments. There's a lot, stay balanced, like stay balanced between work and play. Stay balanced by cultivating more peace as you work. Stay balanced as you're juggling everything to do this. To bring in more happiness. This is all about bringing in more happiness, success. Yeah, so there's going to be a lot that you're moving on, and it's going to go right into October. In October, you're going to be making a lot of headway. We have the Two of Gabriel. I love this. Yes, they're ending it with this one, and they're saying make bold and ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people who share your vision. Make bold, ambitious choices. Yes, and again, it's starting with the Two of Gabriel. We had Two of Ariel, so we're going to be balancing the work and play, all the multitasking, trying to move forward for more happiness, getting out of the losses, all of that. But they're empowering us to go forward into October, walking this way, linked up with powerful people. Like it could be contacts, relationships, and business partnerships, whatever you're working on back there with your projects, personal or business. But it's a time for those bold, ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. And that's what they're talking about, because in October, we're going to be making major headway. So important relationships with people who share your vision. You could be linking up with them, just like in this card. Divine people could be coming in for your work projects, opportunities, things like that through your contacts. It is a time for making bold, ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. I might even name it that. Great progress is possible. Because overall, what they're saying is in October, we're going to be making major headway. So this could be the lead up, the links up, how to go forward into October for this. Making great progress is possible. And it is getting out of the past regret, disappointments, losses into overall more abundance, financial success, all of that. We're clearly moving forward on those things. Balance, balance, balance. But it's definitely what they want to end it with for the last week of September. It's time. Make bold, ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people who share your vision. So that is going to be also the momentum that you're bringing into October. So great progress is possible. And just like they said, October, major headway. This is a time to balance, because there's multiple things going on. Get your balance down, because you're going to be making great progress here. Definitely getting out of past loss, disappointment, moving forward to overall more happiness, abundance, and you're clearly getting the clarity. Okay, so let's see, let's get the energy now. So this is beautiful. For the last week of September, going in October, what is the energy? Great progress is possible. Balance. Keep your balance, multitasking, working forward. Yes, we're walking away. We are walking away from attachments. Look at that. She's chained here, and she's looking at her. To me, she's taking off her masks. Anything that was not aligned to her or her truth. This is the King of Michael. So we're walking away from anything that was not in line with us, that was not true to us, anything that held us down, anything that was, the 5 reminds me of the 5 here of Raphael. Anything that, it's time to go forward for opportunities for happiness. What is aligned to you? So anything that was like false, or not aligned to you, or not the truth of it, she's taking her mask off. So it's like attachments to things that do not provide the proper happiness or abundance. We're walking away from. We're seeing the truth of things, and we're getting, yes, the broken heart, yes, and an illuminated world. So it's the time for the attachments of things that no longer serve, that are not aligned with you, moving on from that were the broken heart that we, like this, like I said, 5 of Raphael, that's the broken heart, right? But it's time to move on from that, from any attachments that are not serving you anymore, losses, disappointments, walking away from that broken heart. We're being urged to walk away. I mean, it's just coming out in different cards. To what? To looking at your world again. It's illuminated, and you're stepping out there to a new world, right? And it's a time in this new world, like they're saying, make bold and ambitious choices. There's great progress is possible. Important relationships with people who share your vision. That's what it's the time for. You're moving quickly on that. So you're setting your sights on the world again. You freed yourself. You walked away from unhealthy attachments, things not aligned to you anymore, things that that were breaking your heart, disappointments, losses. everything that's showing up in this Five of Raphael, we're moving forward to. It's a new world, and it's time for great progress. It's time to move clearly. And where are you moving clearly to? Overall abundance. That's what they're saying. You're literally moving on. It's these cards. You're literally moving on here from loss and disappointment to overall abundance, and you've got your clarity. Definitely balance. Balance is going to be key in all the ways that you can, inside and out. And keep going, because great progress is possible here. Let's get goddess guidance. We're definitely moving on from broken heart, disappointments, regrets, all of that. Great progress is possible. Keep making bold, ambitious choices. It's going right to overall happiness, abundance. And that's the clarity they want us to have. But it's clarity and balance. Clarity and balance. I think we're going to be juggling a lot. It's juggling a lot, inside and out. So just maintain your balance, but definitely moving away from the past disappointments to overall happiness, more abundance. Keep going. Great progress is possible. Great progress is possible. Now it just got quiet outside. How interesting. It was so loud. Yes, you can't make this up. Just when I said it got quiet outside, peace, peace, peace. And they kept on saying, this, cultivate more peace as you work. Cultivate more peace as you know that's where you're headed. Like, cultivate more peace that you're moving away from this lost disappointment. Cultivate peace in all the ways. It's going to bring you great balance as you work, as you go. It's really important to have balance and cultivate peace. There is no need to worry. Everything is working out beautifully. There's no need to worry. Everything is working out beautifully. That's what they want to assure you as you're moving on. And I almost have tears, but see the angels saying, there's no need to worry. Just, I know you're looking at these spilled cups, disappointments, losses, but there's no need to worry. It's balance yourself, have peace. There's no need to worry. Everything's working out beautifully. You're heading to overall abundance, have more happiness. Continue going forward. Make bold, ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. There's going to be important relationships or contacts that are going to help you also, whether it's your projects or work projects, contacts, opportunities, all of that, that's going to help bring this in. But we're definitely moving away from, you're clearly moving away from the disappointments of lack. Have peace. Everything's working out beautifully. That's what they want to say. Is there anything that we can surrender that would help us to hold on to balance and peace? I mean, exactly what they were saying in the beginning. Hold on to your balance and peace. You're moving toward, there's great progress here. You're moving forward towards overall happiness, abundance, moving away from past disappointments, clearly. So just hold on to peace as you go. Hold on to peace as you go. Let's get this. What to surrender? Yeah, surrender to the beauty of the natural world. That frequency could be very relaxing and keep you balanced and at peace. They said take a relaxing break and spend time in nature. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and the ecstasy there. There's a lot about surrendering, exhaling, breathing out, because we have to stay balanced as we do this and hold on to peace. It will help support us as we move on from the disappointments of the past to more abundance and happiness. So you might want to take more breaks, actually, and relax to claim peace. Like I said, surrender the idea you can fix someone. That's part of peace, granting yourself peace, just letting go of that. It's time for a relationship to shift. If it doesn't work to try to fix it doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. So you can let go of that as well. That's everything that's going on in the world, right? You can't fix someone. So there's greater peace and patience and tolerance with other people as well. You can't fix them. You can't do the healing for them. You can't. So there could be a lot of letting go in that regard as well. That could give you greater peace too, to know where your place is, even in your relationships with other people. Yeah, and here we got two at the same time. Surrender to play and surrender your attachment to results. So this, they're doubling down. We did have attachment here. Hold on a second. We literally had the energy of attachment. I use a lot of decks. Hold on a second. It's right here. So what they want to show here, surrender your attachment to results. So here it says, see, surrender your attachment. So it says the formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen, then let go of the results. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. Let go of your stress, even of that. Hold on to peace and balance. You don't even have to try so hard, has been a recurring message. If you didn't see that quick special spirit pick me up about peace, supporting your peace, there was a lot about that. So you don't have to try so hard to make things happen. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. So we're letting go of our attachments to things that cause imbalance, and we're not at peace. So anything that does that, then you'll know you have to surrender your attachment to the results a little bit. Surrender back to play. That's part of that balance again. They said, like, balance, work, and play. Cultivate peace as you work. It's making sure you're doing this too. Take a break. Again with the take a break. So there's a lot about balance and peace. Take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. So there's a lot about having more balance and peace. All the ways that you can have more balance and peace. And if you didn't see that special spirit pick me up about literally spirit messages for supporting your peace, that was definitely so helpful, because we are trying to move forward. We are trying to make progress to bring in more abundance and happiness, but there's a lot about peace and releasing stress as we move on from the hurt and disappointment, that we balance everything out, and we're definitely moving forward here. Great progress is possible, and we're going for it, and it's bringing it in. But along the way, there's a lot of releasing and surrendering attachments and ideas that you can fix somebody else. You don't have to overwork. You have to stay balanced yourself and at peace. Let's end it with messages from heaven. But they're assuring us there's no need to worry. Everything's working out beautifully. So it's what we put on ourselves that causes the imbalance. Maybe we put too much on ourselves. We're trying to get too much accomplished at once. We're trying to just work, no play, whatever it is. But they're saying there's nothing to worry about. It's all working out beautifully. And here's the 10 of Ariel, which is influx. This is happiness in the home and abundance coming in. And that's what we're going forward. It's coming in. We're definitely moving forward past the past. Great progress is possible. Make ambitious, bold choices. Stay in your integrity, your clarity. You're clearly moving forward. You're clearly bringing that in. So keep surrendering and stay balanced. Okay, so let's get messages from heaven. Ooh, right away. We have one. Let's see what other ones want to come in. Okay, so this is going to be a major one. They made me go through the whole thing. Yeah, we rejoice when you find love. Love comes in unexpected ways. You could be on the receiving end of things that are going to surprise you. You could be really, divine things could be coming in to show love, support for you. They're rejoicing. This is from your loved ones passed on, your spirit guides. They rejoice when you find love. Love comes in unexpected ways. There are things going to be coming in here that are going to surprise you, that are going to help you. Like they said here too, it's like you're going to be making connections with other people in divine ways. So people could be coming in that help you in some divine way. Love is going to be flying in. And we got that in the spirit pick me up too. Love is flying in when you least expect it, or love is just going to surprise you. You could be on the receiving end of love, support, backing in the physical, from various ways that they're happy when that does for you. So good things are coming in, probably through connections you don't expect. It could be through work. It could be from, even family or personal, but love, appreciation, good things are coming in for you when you least expect it. Maybe love, support, appreciation, and they rejoice. When you feel happy, they rejoice as well. So they're saying that love, support, backing is coming in there for you to help you too as you go forward. We're all being divinely used that way. So you could see like things are coming in. Yes, and that was the one I thought came out but didn't. And here we have, tune into the rhythm of nature. Let us connect together there. And so here we had surrender to the beauty of the natural world. So there's a lot about getting in touch and relaxing. When you talk about peace, relax, release, when you go out in nature, it's like an all-in-one where you do balance out and you do get more peace. So if you get a break just to go out and exhale, look at a cloud, look at a flower, to look at a tree, everything, go by bodies of water we were getting repeatedly. But when you tune in, because we're trying so much, so it feels like we're trying so hard to make things work, happen, progress. And, you know, we have to stay in the rhythm. And to stay in the rhythm, to relax and hold on to peace and balance, definitely get out more, just relax or take a rejuvenating break is going to be key to staying in balance and at peace and in the rhythm. We don't have to try so hard. You know, like look at a cloud, look at a tree, look at a bird. It helps us to relax because there's a lot we're juggling here, a lot we're moving on, a lot, there's great progress. But there's a balance between work and play. There's a balance between peace and work. They even said in the very beginning, cultivate more peace as you work. So there's like, don't get ahead of yourself. Don't put more on yourself. You know how you go with the flow, but if you're bogged down, it's hard to go with the flow. Okay, now we're getting them all. Oh, yes, I love these. Okay, we got a lot. We understand that sometimes you may feel alone, but we're always here. So a lot of these things that we're doing, we feel alone. And this has been a recurring message, you're not alone. And a lot of the times, even if we're working with others, we are still alone. Like people don't understand what's going on in our minds and hearts. They understand that sometimes you may feel alone, but they're always here. And we are always here. Your loved ones passed on, your spirit guides have been coming up. In every reading I do, a card about we're always here. They're surrounding you, they're around you, has been a recurring message. So know that will give you great peace. And here we're getting another. Changes can bring you new life and energy. We will hold your hand. So they're around you and they're holding your hand as you're making your progress, as you're making a way. Like this card was making me cry. Like they're helping us to move on from the past disappointments, heartache, everything else, and to go forward for the abundance and the happiness. They're helping us. Changes can bring you new life and energy. They're going to hold our hand through the changes as we walk. This reminds me as we walk, they're holding our hands through here. And we got the last one. We are proud of you and aware of your achievements. So they're proud of you for everything that you're doing, how you're getting past here, how you're going forward here. A lot of times, you know, we're not giving ourselves credit due for how we're getting through this time, what we're accomplishing, just even putting one foot in front of the other. They're saying we're proud of you, we're aware of your achievements. So everything that you're working on, and they're saying, you know, keep going, because this is a time to make bold, ambitious choices. Keep going, because it's changes. They're holding your hand through here. It's like they're linked up with you too. You know that thing, the footsteps on the beach, they're right here too, guiding you and helping you around you. Continue making your steps forward. They're holding your hand through the changes. It's going to bring you happiness, abundance, have peace in your heart, stay balanced as possible in this crazy world. And they're saying we're proud of you. And this has been a recurring message. They said, we know how good you are in the last reading. It's like they're proud of you. They're proud of you. They're aware of your achievements. Hold that in your heart, because that will give you great peace too. There's nothing to worry about. Everything's working out beautifully. Understand that with every step, everything you're doing, it's leading to more abundance and happiness. They're proud of you. Keep going. This is really beautiful, and they're all around you. And these changes are going to bring you, they're going to bring you new life. And that was the world back here. Divine beginnings, endings and beginnings. All these changes are bringing you new life. And they're holding our hands all the way through it. Keep going. They're proud of you, okay? So we're going to end it with guardian angel messages. We're around you. So look out for signs, symbols, messages that show your love and support, backing, because there are a lot of changes. It's hard to stay balanced. It's hard to stay at peace. Keep doing the work. You know, it's bringing it in. We're moving past the disappointments. They're saying opportunity. Yeah, I mean, Two of Gabriel, keep going, progress, opportunities, wondrous possibilities and opportunities await you. Stop dwelling on the past mistakes. That's the Five of Raphael. Stop dwelling on the past mistakes. We're moving forward. We're moving forward to the progress and keep going to the future. We're moving forward. They kept on saying that in every card. We're walking away to a new future here. So opportunities, stop dwelling on the past mistakes, surrender the past lovingly. There's nothing to regret. All is always in perfect and divine order. Have that peace. Everything that you've ever experienced has helped you in some way. The past is behind you. The path ahead is clear. just what they said with all these Michaels, and they said in the beginning, it's getting clearer. The past is behind you, the path ahead is clear. Move forward joyfully and fulfill your heart's desires. Have peace as you move forward. Have peace as you move forward, definitely. Everything has served. Everything has served. You can let everything else go. So definitely seize those opportunities. We're going forward on new opportunities at this time. They're holding our hands. They're holding our hands, guiding us to these new opportunities past the past. It's okay to release. Exhale has been coming up a lot. Like exhale, it all led to here. Forgiveness and forgive yourself. Dear God, help me always to remember that this present life is but a fleeting moment within eternity. Help me always to remember that this life is but a dream. Help me always to remember that you exist within everyone and everything. Help me always to remember that love is all there is and all else is an illusion. Thank you. So that gives us peace to release everything else that we put on ourselves or put on others. Just to exhale that out, to grant yourself more peace. Remember, everything is, oh gosh, everything is meant to be here. We have two, we have three. Surrender, conflict, believe. Oh my gosh, okay. Remain positive about the future of our planet, for all is part of humanity's evolution. There's a divine order to all the chaos which you perceive that exists in our world. Nothing will ever truly change until we learn to love and accept all as it is. Lovingly surrender your judgments and expectations, and your life will magically transform. Talk about the balance and peace they want us to hold inside and out. That was a lot about the surrender cards also. With surrender your idea, you can fix someone, surrender, all the attachments, conflict, feelings which you have suppressed for a very long time are yearning to be acknowledged and expressed. You're torn between what you think is the right thing to do and what your heart wants. And this is the primary cause of stress in your life. We, your angels, urge you to follow your heart. Do what you would love and not what you think you should. So when it's a choice between your mind and heart, go with your heart. Your heart knows the way has been a recurring message. And it's also that compassion about being on your own side too. I feel with conflict, whenever I get that card, it's like let your true feelings come out. That attachment, she was removing a mask. King of Michael is all about integrity. It's just being true to yourself. Like remove the conflict. Whenever there's a choice, just is it in line with you? Just be you. You can surrender and exhale anything else. It's enough. You're enough. Believe. Be open again to those opportunities. They're doubling down. Believe. Be open to all possibilities and opportunities. Let go of preconceived ideas. There's nothing to fear. You are constantly surrounded by love. Start to believe in yourself and trust your instincts. Wondrous possibilities and opportunities abound, provided you're flexible and retain an open heart and mind and believe all is possible. So go forward believing everything is possible. It takes a lot. You have to surrender the conflict and have prayer and believe and trust and go forward. But believe in those opportunities as we go forward. That's what they want. They're saying great progress is possible. So go forward ambitious, boldly, aligned to yourself. Yes, changes are coming through here. Have peace and balance. They're around you, sending you signs. They're saying they're aware of your achievements. You keep going. But there's a lot about balance and peace as you work, as you go. We're moving forward towards greater happiness, abundance. The moves and those changes that are involved with that, you're having help with. Pay attention to your intuition. Seize those new opportunities. Stop dwelling on past mistakes. That's a recurring thing because we had that 5 of Raphael. There's no looking back here. We're moving on. They're helping and encouraging us to move on and walk away from that and have anything that gives you more balance and peace in multiple ways as we're juggling everything and moving forward for great progress. They want you to know that they're proud of you and aware of your achievements. They're constantly around, even though sometimes you may feel alone, you're not. Stay true to yourself. Keep putting one foot in front of the other, juggling all that you are. Every time you get a chance to exhale and breathe in more balance and peace for yourself. Definitely moving forward with great progress. There could be people coming in very divinely. There was a lot about things coming in, the opportunities, believe in all this. There's a lot of changes coming through. So we're going to be progressing here. And you could be seeing that we're slowly making our way past these disappointments to more abundance and happiness. And this is part of the change. But change could be overwhelming. There's a lot about exhaling, being out in nature, being at peace and balance as you work, as you go, as you make your moves boldly and ambitiously, and great progress is possible, and important relationships will be coming in to help you expand with your projects and your work and the opportunities. There's a lot about peace, and let's end it with this, because this has been a recurring message. There is no need to worry, as everything is working out beautifully. So anything that falls under the category of worries, like with the surrender, you let go and exhale. Bring in more balance. If you get out in nature, that will help. Balance the work and play. Take a break if you're juggling so much. They're aware of everything that you're doing and you're accomplishing. So keep going for those opportunities. Believe in all these opportunities and possibilities abound and coming in and are helping you with this progress. They're helping and they're guiding you also. So there's tremendous moves for progress here. Stay balanced and at peace all along the way. Incorporate that as you go. All right, I wish you the best. And this is going to be going into October, because we're going to be making major headway on this progress in October. I wish you the best to that start of the month as well. Take care. Bye-bye.